What is going on? I'm here with Marilyn, and Marilyn is awesome. And it lets us know that we're recording. I don't even know why it does that anymore, but that's fine. So pretty much, Marilyn is currently in her 16-week program with us, and she is way up north, and she's doing all this online. And so pretty much, we're at week 13, and Marilyn has hit a point now where actually we're not trying to lose weight anymore. We've reached our goal, and now we're trying to hit maintenance and more, muscle tone, and kind of our goals shifted a little bit. So I figured I would come on here and we would talk about the results she's gotten thus far, even though she's got a few more weeks in the program left, to share, with anybody who's watching this, kind of her experience and how she's done. So without further ado, this is Marilyn. And Marilyn, real quick before we start with everything, can you kind of let everyone know what your schedule is like what's your day-to-day kind of look like, and what exactly you were doing as far as health and fitness before we met and before we got started in the program?
Well, basically, before I met the program, I kind of was not doing a whole lot of exercise. Walking my dog was pretty much my only form of exercise. My eating habits were less than perfect. I definitely was eating a lot more carbs, not enough protein. I was up about 15 pounds, 16 pounds actually, heavier than I wanted to be. And I was stuck like there for a couple of years. And I just needed the motivation to get started, to get back to where I was. Like, I was always a pretty physical fit person prior to gaining all this weight. Life got in the way and just got off the plan. And so I was really happy to, find Gazzo Fitness. And it was weird. I just popped online one day, saw the advertisement and thought, why not? I have a very weird schedule. I work compressed hours, 2 weeks a month, up in the northern communities doing nursing. So I work day, night, evenings. It's lot of hours, but when I come home, it's off. So it's kind of hard to get a schedule. It's kind of hard with the whole COVID to go to plans and exercise classes. And so doing online was perfect for me. So now that I've found the Gazzo Fitness, I have an accountability coach. I was tracking my food intake. I was figuring out how to eat again, because it's been a few years since I was doing a better plan of eating. And it's really my eyes to where I was eating all my extra calories and never hungry. It's the accountability, the tracking, the daily calls definitely help with, well, obviously I reached my goal in 13 weeks. Right. So to me, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting that as quickly as I did. So that was great.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you pretty much summed it all up right there. And I agree. You've done great with this. And I think that when we talked, you were kind of like, well, I want to get back to doing the things like being active and hiking and, going and just being more flexible. And you were talking about just all the things that you have going on in your life. It's hard for you to get to a gym. It's hard for you to even have a consistent schedule, because there's some weeks where you are gone, you're kind of off the grid. And, you've done a good job with keeping up with us. So, which is awesome. So, you kind of mentioned a couple of things. What exactly were the strategies that we use that you felt helped you the most?
I think the biggest things was the daily check-in, using the Fitness Pal to actually track my food intake, so I actually could see consistently where I was going up or where I was going down. To try to get your macros in, you really needed to you have to really weigh and measure your food initially before you can just eyeball it. You really need to know where your calories are going. And also having a plan laid out for me, having your food plans. Like, I may not follow them to the T, but I use them for how to eat and what quantities of food to eat at meals, how to find your snack foods. Also having the exercises already set out for you, because that's a huge one. When you haven't been in fitness for a long time, you just get lost in where to exercise and what to do. And having the exercises laid out for you, like I was telling Tyler before, I don't always have access to equipment when I go to my job. And so the exercises that he gave me were so easy because they're just mostly body weight training, using your own body weight or very minimal equipment to do it. So that was really useful. Having the ability to do some stretches, because as we get older, our body isn't as flexible. And if you're going to do this kind of training, you need to be able to, yeah. So yeah, no, everything that you guys set out, like I said, if I didn't do it even 100%, I was doing majority of it, and it was really helpful. you definitely need to have somebody accountable to. That was my biggest challenge before. And these guys are accountable. They make sure you're accountable, which is lovely. Yeah, I really need.
Sometimes to a fault. Sometimes people are like, leave me alone, man.
Oh, I must need a little kick in the butt every once in a while. So it was really nice to have that for sure.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate the kind words. And yes, you've done very well. Now we just got to get the intensity up on some of these exercises.
Yeah.
But we'll get that taken care of.
Yeah.
But other than that, what were your results? I mean, we kind of talked about a lot of things. And by the way, it's a very nice shirt you have on there. Well, yeah, yeah, exactly. She's representing the gear. We're matching more or less. And yeah, you even did a little bit of the challenge too. I mean, you've done a lot of different things. Some of the virtual yogas, some of the virtual workout replays. So what were your results doing all these things?
Well, actually, so I started off at 156 and I've gone down to 139. So I mean, I've lost a lot of weight in 13 weeks. That's a lot of weight. Yeah. I met my goal. My goal is 140. So I pretty much met my goal. And I lost 13 inches. So majority of my weight was exactly where I wanted to be gone, was around my middle and the back, which is always something that most women hate. So I was really happy to see that that's where my weight loss was. I can definitely notice a huge difference in my clothes and just how I feel. You know, I know some women want to be a lot less. This was most of my adult weight prior to gaining weight. So this was I'm just happy to be able to get back here. Especially at 50, you know, it's not as easy to lose weight at 50 as it was.
People are not going to believe when they watch this. They're like, she's not 50. They're going to call that a lie. There's no way.
Oh, you're very sweet, but no. So I'm very happy. This is the best I've felt in a long time. Yeah. And I really think that anybody that's trying to lose weight or trying to get into a workout program and are struggling, especially right now where things are shut down and people have limited access to, you know, interactive types of programs, this one was perfect for me. You know, my lifestyle, the fact that most times I'm in isolation, literally in isolation, having the online version of this program was exactly what I needed. And I hope other people feel the same, because I think that that's where we're at right now. A lot of people are scared of gyms or can't go to gyms or can't access gyms. This is for anybody. Anybody can do this. And having somebody accountable that you are accountable to is definitely keeps you on track more than ever. So I'm very happy that I found you.
I'm very happy that you found us as well. And at the end of the day, you know, you've done very good. And you, even if you're away for a little bit, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be gone. I'll be away, but I'll reach out to you at this point. And there's been some nights where you've gotten a couple hours of sleep and you know, we've had to adjust some things because your life is not just straightforward, right? There's, you know,
straightforward.
Working in healthcare, especially during this time, is just crazy. So we appreciate you for keeping the line of communication open because that helps us do our job better. But at the end of the day, what would you tell? You kind of went into a little bit, but what would you tell somebody who's on the fence, who has been following me for a while or has been seeing videos like this and they haven't joined the program yet? What kind of advice would you give them?
I would say give it a try. You have nothing to lose other than weight and health. You really, you know, I do find myself, I'm sure I know a lot of people are the same way. People need accountability, whether it's a partner, whether it's friends, whether it's a fitness group, a challenge. It's been difficult right now for most people, not just myself. I'm just one of, I'm sure, thousands of people that feel the same way right now. This is a perfect program because they do have online classes that you can join real time. So if you want to be part of that fitness group, you know, do that. You can do it anywhere in the world. I would testimony. I travel 2 hours in one direction for work for 2 weeks a month, and then I come back. So I'm 2 different time zones at least once a month, and I still was able to do this. And you know, you need very few tools. You just need to be a little bit more committed, and you're going to feel great. And 16 weeks is a perfect time frame because I think you really get into some great habits, and when you get into the great habits, they're going to continue, and you feel like part of a family. You feel a part of a group. You know, you have people that are there to motivate you. You see the testimonies like I'm doing right now. It's a real thing. These are real people with real lives and real challenges. And I think it's anybody that was thinking of it should try. you know, it's a great start to the rest of your life. That's how I should put it.
Well, I appreciate all that, and you were definitely a part of that family, big part of the family with your success, and even during the challenge groups, some of your posts, and just really your positive attitude. So we really appreciate you, and you're an asset to the team. And so thank you for hopping on here and sharing your results and sharing your experience with everybody. And folks, if you guys want to learn more about the program, obviously just click the button or comment down below, more info, and we'll reach out. But Marilyn, thank you so much for your time. I know it's very precious and you have very little of it free time. So thank you for doing this with us. And I'm very happy that we were able to get you those results that you talked about. And we still got a few more weeks to keep getting more results and reach another goal. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys soon.